Hey there! This is a video of me solving a coding challenge. I might start making videos like this occasionally. Jumping into this first video, I'm solving the index pairs of a string problem on Leetcode. I'll put a link in the description. It's a relatively unknown easy problem that I'm using for no other reason than I happen to have some footage for it already recorded. Nevertheless, I think it's a decent choice to experiment with this style of video production. So given a string text and an array of string words, return an array of all index pairs. So if the substring text I of j is in words, return the pairs I, j in sorted order. Sort them by their coordinate. And in case of ties, sort them by their second coordinate. Okay. Okay. The story of Leetcode and me. Alright, so story is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's inclusive on both fronts. Oh, interesting. This makes a... Oh, it could be in there multiple times. Well, let's keep looking at this. Fleet is 9 to 13, obviously. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then Leetcode is 10 through 17. So that example makes sense to me. It seems pretty easy. Now this one, ABA, is in there twice. It's 0, 2, and 2, 4. AB is in there twice as well. 0, 1, and 2, 3. Sorting them is not the hard part. We can do that afterwards. The hard part is getting all the substrings efficiently. How do we do that efficiently? I mean, the sizes aren't that massive. So it's probably just going to be a lot of late work. I'm not sure there's a really efficient solution here. Oh, we could use Regex maybe. Let's humor Regex for a minute or two. So, but I'm going to have to look it up a little bit. The Regex will give me like all locations and they're starting. I mean, it pretty much gives what this question is asking for, and then we can just sort them. I think that makes the most sense. Yep, that should work. Let's do that. At this point, I had spent a few minutes understanding the problem and decided that it could be solved with regular expressions. The only problem is that I don't have a ton of experience with Regex and had even less when I recorded this. Interesting. Why did it only find that one? Oh, because they overlap. Well, that's kind of dumb. Because my little test in the terminal didn't go so well, I decided to Google my way out of this one. I looked for the simplest answer that didn't involve positive or negative lookaround, as those concepts were too advanced for me at the time. As it turns out, the extended Regex library's version of these Regex functions has a keyword argument that makes findAll return matches that are overlapped, and that's exactly what I needed. So here's what we were going to do. So import Regex as RE. RE.findIter. Actually, we want to do let's do results equals empty list. And then for word in words, we're going to find the word inside text, and we're going to say overlap equals true. But really what we want to do is say for match in matches. We want to append to results the match dot start. Yeah, I think it's like start and then end exclusive. Yeah. So match start. It's a single list. Match start and then match dot end -1. So now that we have all of our results, we can just order them by the first and then the second. So we can just do results.sort, and we will return results after that. But we want to sort it with a special key or a certain lambda. And the lambda is going to take in a pair. And it's going to return pair or P0, P1. And honestly, we can just do this. For match in regex.findEditor, we're looking for the word, and we're looking for it in this text, and overlapped equals true. Then we're going to pin to results that match start and the match n minus 1, since it's regex gives it to us in an exclusive, and we want it to be inclusive. Once we have all the matching pairs as a list, we have this list of lists. We're going to sort where the, is it key? I think it's key. The value, we're going to put in a tuple. So we're going to prioritize the first one and then the second one if there's a tie. All right, I really think that's it. So let's go back to here and see if it passes. Oof. Ooh, man, that sucks. So as you can see, the extended regex module isn't something the Leetcode execution environment knows about, so I had to find another way to solve the problem. The two options I had were to learn about lookaround in regex, or just hand roll my own matching logic. I decided on the latter because I knew learning that regex would take longer than the time I had allowed myself to solve the problem. So let's just make some side functions. Get matches. We'll just call it get match indices. It'll take in a text. It'll take in a word. Now we just need a function to see if that word is in the text, or where all the... how about for I in range length of text? Okay, so we're going to iterate over each index of the string, and we're going to... We need to somehow compare. I need an example. So let's just say Fox House, and let's say it's Ox. Yeah. So text is Fox House, word is Ox. So really what we kind of want to do is if word at position 0 equals text to I. So this is like first letter matches. So really, we want to keep going down. So I could pass this to another function, or I could just do it right here. I know I need to use some sort of while. Okay, how about we just say for... So if the first letter matches, then we can sort of do a search. So for J in word, actually for J in range, length of word, let's say left. This is where it gets tricky, because I don't want to overwrite I. Or actually we can. Yeah, we can mess with I, because it will get reassigned correctly the next iteration up there. Okay, so if the first letter matches, then... So I was spinning my gears thinking about the best way to do this extraordinarily simple task. Sometimes I get flustered and forget how to do the basics. But after a bit of back and forth, I was finally able to find a decent path forward. What we want, if text at I to length of word, which is 2, plus I. So if it's I is 1, then 1 plus 2 is 3. So 1 to 3, 0, 1 to 1 and 2. That will get us the correct one. If that one equals the word, then matches plus dot append. It equals, we want something in here. So we want I, and then I plus length of word minus 1. And then we can return matches. Okay. So I'm pretty confident that works. So for word, we can say results.extend get match indices. And we want to pass in the text and the word. We don't need all that. Okay, I think that might work. So results is an empty list. For word and word, results.extend the result of get matches for that one word in the text. And then we sort them. So that should work. Let me spend the last 2 minutes really looking this over. So I'll fast forward through this part as it's pretty boring. Personally, I like to double check my work before submitting if I have time, because it gives me more confidence that the code I have written is correct the first time. It doesn't always work out that way, but at least for this time, it did. Yep, so we just need to submit this. Okay, sweet, we did it. Anyways, there you have it. So, as I mentioned earlier, I might make more of these types of videos in the future. I'd probably solve harder problems and maybe experiment with the format a bit, but for today, this will have to do. So, thanks for watching and I'll see y'all next time.